Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I hate to be the bearer of bad
Oh,
news.
man, everything was going so well until you showed up.
You can actually see, you got worms, you got maggots in here moving around, alright? This is a pile, it's so bad there, it's not pushing through. So what's happening, I'll pull back, I'll show you, these joints are probably losing water so much that by the time it gets to there's not enough water to push it through.
Oh, I see, okay.
Watch, we'll come back, and this one joint I had to change heads to jump over. See, there's so much there.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, that's what it is. So you can see these joints are really separated in there.
So is this a new line situation?
Yeah, because it's just, there's, see right here, look at that one right there. This is the bottom here. If it wasn't the bottom, if sometimes it's the top, it's okay. But when you got so much of a space, it's catching up things there. There's an inlet, it's probably the bathroom there that's coming in there. See this one? Look how much there's space here. And that's the bottom coming
out. So that's like the pipe is coming apart.
Yeah, what they did when they built these houses, they weren't gasketed. They weren't gasketed until almost the 70s.
Oh, wow.
All right? So what they did was there's a hub and a pipe, and they just set it together. You know, and the flow was this way, all right?
Yeah.
So it just went like that, you know. So what happens is the ground shifts, it goes like this or it goes like this. And even then, back when they built these, you know, toilets were flushed with 3 gallons of water. Plus, some of them were 5 gallons of water because water was cheap. Now, all these are 1.6 gallons, and now it has to be 1.3 gallons. So when you do that, by time, you know, if you go down and lose a little bit of water in each one of these joints, if you had 5 gallons, flowing like a drain. You have 1.6 gallons, you lose a little bit, there's only 3/4 of a gallon to try to push it, it stops pushing it.
And then it would eventually back up.
It's already backing, starting to back up. What happens is this actually, there's no water in there. You see where all that waste was, there's no water. So what happens, this almost works like a septic tank at that point. It'll just start eating away at itself. If one person lives in here, it might last like that for 6 months, years. We've had it. You know, we have it in these estates, and it usually happens in the States because one person lives in here. Here, I'll show you. You got large separation. Yeah. See, you got a separation here. This is the bottom here. It's catching up stuff there. But when we go down, I don't even know if that's where it's coming in.
Street right now?
No, it's just still inside. It drops down to that basement there. See, this is pretty much dropping down to that bathroom. Now it's just full. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's maggots down there.
See, they had problems. That there was something that they were having problems with. And it was probably this was broken. They thought that this was giving them most of their problem, and they probably had to snake it a lot to get it cleaned out.
That's new.
This is new, right? Yeah, that portion was in cast iron.
Oh, they snaked it from here?
Exactly, because that's the only place you really could snake it.
So what do you do?
This is a dig up and change this pipes because it's just the age. You know what I mean? It just happens. And like I said, when you get to the lower flush toilets, and they probably changed it in the years. The one downstairs is still the old one, you know, that's still bigger flush. But, you know.
Yeah, I know, my parents were pissed that they had to replace their toilets.
I know people ask me to do it, I'm like, you know, it's a federal law. The feds come in and take my license away. If I would take that toilet out and resell it to somebody.
Right.
And, you know, who knows? Yeah, exactly. There'd be parachuters coming out of the sky after me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take it in the back and see if I can camera the rest of that.
Is this something that Sarah and Scott can take care of after buying it, or they need?
Oh, no, this is the seller.
This is going to be an expensive repair, especially with this drop.
Like $8,000?
Something like that, probably.
$8,000, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a cheap one because of this drop. You know, if it was a normal basement,
right,
you get $3,000-4,000, but this is a deep dig and then back in.
You know, you're waiting for something to go wrong.
I had to be the I'm just like, I like to tell you one's good, you know, even though it's work for you. I mean, I like work, but.
Yeah.
Is it track terracotta, or is it offset?
They're offsets and they're big gaps. So what's happening, I think, is it's losing all the water before it can get down. It's just full of crap right now because it just. And like I said, if it was one person living here, the lady, I mean, she could have lived here, and you know how it is. You know, when you're single, you know, she washes clothes once every week, 2 weeks, you know, uses the shower once, maybe every other day. You know, it works like a septic then. It'll eat away at the bacteria. And there's actually maggots in there, so eating away at now. I can see it at the waist, so they're moving around in there.
Oh, hello, maggots. So is that something,
yeah, I'll write you up some pricing, and I'll get you some pricing on it, and then.
Right, so I'll have to present that to
Yep.
well, I guess